So this is what it looks like once it's installed. And there's loads of grubby fingerprints on there because I've been using this for a few months now. Still got a screen protector on there. So you have the initial screen protector on top with this little sticker. Peel that off, and then you still got one more underneath it. Could do with getting an anti-glare one because it does give a lot of glare off the screen. So I'll just start it up and just show you. And the reason it switched to that is because I've got it set as that, so when I start the car, it switches to my music, plays it, and then it switches back to the Resler interface screen. So that's what the Resler interface looks like in the app anyway. So it shows you all the OBC features. You got your range, you got your consumption 1, 2, coolant temperature, oil temperature, battery voltage. Don't know why it's showing 12.2. Let's start her up. And it should go up to about, it's usually around 14. There we are. Yeah, and it is a new battery, so I don't know why it initially shows low reading. That all works. Got control. So if you want to forward and phone mirrors from here, put speed limit on. So you know how on the original OBC you could get you could set a speed limit and then it would warn you. So you can still do that. Then I've got PDC. That shows the lights. If I turn the lights off, yeah. My parking lights don't turn off because I've coded them in, so they always I've got them as daylight running, daytime running lights, so they'll always stay on. Show indicator, yeah. Yeah, I'll go through all the features later on, well in another video anyway. I've got the DSP function and everything. It shows me the it shows me the song there. I can skip it as well. So what I've done at the moment is I've got a different launcher. So the default Android launcher, I just don't like it. So I've got this one now. I think it's called car launcher or something. I'll put the link in the description. It is free. Development stopped on it now. But yeah, you can see your speed, your 0 to 60 times and all that. You can change that to miles per hour clock. Shows you a little artwork there. You can customize this exactly how you want it. So these are just what I've got it set up at the moment. But yeah, you can customize it. And once you connect to the hotspot, if you turn your hotspot on, it'll show your location there as well. So it'll always show you. It'll show you the postcode, the street you're on, all that. Yeah, so that's the interface for the car launcher. We'll click on setup, and that's just the basic Android menus. I rarely use this. I basically just use a navi button for navigation. I've got my power amp there for music, which automatically starts up anyway. And then I just use the steering wheel controls, and I rarely ever use these buttons. Got your music over Bluetooth, never use that. Got radio. I've not got DAB radio just yet, that's just a standard radio. And it shows you, if you're on this screen, it'll show you music there, so watch songs playing. That's pretty cool. Next thing is to pull this carpet back, and there's a fastener there. I've used one of these pry tools to pull it off. You can reuse it, so don't lose that. I'm just going to pull this carpet back. That's holding it in. Yeah, it looks like it's connected to those fasteners there. look like a flathead, so I'm going to have to undo them first. As you can see, both of them off now. That's what it was basically. You have to use a flathead. There's where the wire's going to run from. Next step, take that bit off, lean in, we have the second bit, oh, pacifier. I need to get behind here. It's a 10mm. You have to push up. You have to release that click, and then we have access. You can make another hole in that. So now comes the hard part. Gotta fit this in. So obviously I'm going to be using, I'll be using this one. These are all different adapters, don't need that. So this side's going to stay in the boot. This is going to go towards the front of the car. So I need to get this through there. Is this possible? That is possible. Let's go pull it. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pull through however much cable I need, which is going to be most of it. And then we'll be putting that sponge back in. So this is the connector, sorry, this is the extension I bought extra because I want to use the existing antenna in the car, and it came with that. I don't think I paid for this. I think that came with the head unit itself. Yeah, check my basket, definitely didn't pay for that. And one thing else I want to clear up, I actually didn't get an extension for the GPS. I think that's it. So I'm going to have to use the one that comes with the head unit for now. I am going to be ordering an extension for that because I think that gets much better reception. Well, it should do. Since they're in the C-pillars. But I'm going to run the one that comes with the head unit for now. If it's good, then I'll leave it. But I'll order this in the meantime anyway, because if it's much better with the stock one, then I'll rather use that instead. Yep, so I need to run this as well, since I'm running the other cables, run this. Obviously I have to rip all this apart again if I'm going to install that. So ideally you want to have everything beforehand. I just completely forgot about that. For some reason I thought that was part of the bundle I bought. But first things first, so this is the adapter, so this needs to go into there. And you want to keep the 90-degree angle one that goes in the dash, because there's limited space behind, so you want to keep this end, which is obviously much longer. That might go in the boot. So I'm just going to unravel all this and then fish it through. It's just the same, it's no difference, there's still loads of space there. So I fished that through. I'm just going to route it alongside the existing cables. I'm not zip tying them together just yet. I'll just roughly place them there. So them two are going to go together, these two are going to go together. Now obviously if you're fitting a reverse camera you want to run the wire for that as well now. The only thing is, this is on this side. So I don't think the cable is that long that it's going to reach from this side all the way around to there. So I'm thinking there's enough cable to be able to go from here down that way. So I'm going to have to take this trim off anyway, and then I'm just going to tuck it under the carpet along there. Just run it roughly to the front of the car and it seems like there's enough cable. That's the camera, that'll be fitting. So that'll be going on the outside obviously, while the wire reaches to about there, so gotta make sure it comes to there. I'll let you know. Next step is now to get this piece off. So that's where the wire's coming from, and it's going down here. I need to get this plastic piece off. I think it's just pulling straight up. I need to get under here. Straight up. Ooh, sound like I broke something, but rest assured I've not. So I'll just pop that on the side. Now these are the bits that are supposed to come out. Right, they're actually easier to remove with some pointy pliers. So what you want to do is look closely. You want to get the pliers in there. Get a good grip on them. And then you just pull them out. And there it is. So then all you do is grab your trim, slide it there. This one here. That's ready to go back on. And from here now, run the cables down there. Step is obviously run the cables. I'm going to run them down there, if you can see. I'm not going to run them through just yet because I need to make sure it all works, but I need to start taking all this trim off. Just use your trim removal tool. This side just already popped. To help, I moved that seat back and did it from the front. Oh, I can just get my hand in and do it. Yeah, I have to go to the front and just pull on it again like that. And that bit will come loose, and then you can go behind again. So now I've run the cables, well I've not run them, removed all the trim. Up to here. Next step would be removing this. So to remove this trim, just pull, and then tug onto something here, possibly a screw. I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to remove that first, just make sure I don't break anything. I need to remove this lower panel from here. So it's raining outside, so I'm in the car now. Apparently just pull it off. So you pull down there, pull down there, and this comes off. And that duct has fallen out. I'll get to that in a minute. So I've got some space now to run the cable across. That's come off. So now I can run the wire up through there and across. So the wires are going to come up here under the lower dash, the lower dash can cover them, go through there, and just fish them out from there. You can see my fingers. Yep. There we go. Just make sure you got enough cable. So I'm going to route the USB cables down from there. So that's where the strut is for the glove box. So they can go down there. Enough space down there for both the USBs to go through. See them? You can just sit there. And the third one, that's just going to stay behind. That's for the, I'm going to use that for the iBus. So it's hidden away. That's going to get plugged in there. I'll wire that up. Probably do a separate video on that. As you see, these are much more sturdier. Screws there, screws there. And that's the bit that goes into the actual Avin screen. It came with them. So let's plug it in. So this is the harness that I've just put in. Obviously that's not the connector I want. I'll show you, this is an E39. Just E46 on there. So what we want to do is pinch this back. And we need to line it up. And the connector. Screw it in. Lock it in place. It's locked. Let's connect that to that. I'll tidy up afterwards, so I'll make sure that at least power's on. So this needs to plug into this. There we go. That's connected, that's connected. So this is the Xtrons unit. So before we start plugging it in, let's put these connections in. This is the cable with the CAN bus. Again on this side it's got two adapters. One is that, one's that, and one is that. So the bit that goes into the unit is this end of it. Just push it in there. Oh, there we go. Nearly dropped it. Right. So judging by that, it needs to go in this way. Screw that together, lock it in place. That's locked in place. Now let's turn the key on, the ignition on. See if I can reach over. Now same thing for the GPS. Plugged it in there. Oh, sorry, it's that one. So that's the Wi-Fi. That's the GPS. Plugged it in there. Same pocket connection. That's the radio one. So the Wi-Fi antenna I just mounted up there. Can you see? I'll do the same for GPS, I'll do it on this side. So then it's just below the dashboard, so it should get reception. So I roughly got it in there, so I'll push back. I've popped one of these corner things off, covers, see right in there. That's where it needs to line up with that plate back there. So I need to bring that plate a bit forward, otherwise that holds, all the screws not going to reach. So to get it to sit flush, I had to mount that right at the back and down at the front. So basically this sits flush here, but then that's pushed far back as possible. Same as this side, as you can see, that mounts flush. So I'll show you what I mean. Now look at that fitment. See? That whole lines up nicely as well. Same on this side. So that's it. I've tightened the screws. And then we'll pop these pieces in. The fitment's good, see from the side. But yeah, all the dash trims on. Now what I'm going to do is just start closing up all these. Sorry about the mess in here, but so along with the normal harness cable that comes out from there, the yellow RCA cable comes out as well. So it actually comes out that corner, runs along up behind here. Yeah, see it? It goes through. I couldn't get it through here because it's so tight, and this doesn't finish there, so it's not from there to there, which I thought it would be. It actually carries on all the way through, and it comes out of here, so it's actually quite long. So I still need to seal that bit off. So it's actually on the outside, but I've done it quite neat. I don't know if you can tell. So it's coming out there, wrapping around, going through there, up, and then out here. So that's the RCA cable, that's the trigger wire. So as you can see, it connects to the red. The black's just capped off, and I've just kept them together. And then it goes into there. So, yeah. I'm just going to tidy this up and put some electrical tape on there, just to make sure that doesn't come apart. And then I can put all these covers back on. Still haven't got around to seeing if I can find a blank for that, or find a new one of these that doesn't have the cutout. Or I might just put the GPS back, I don't know. Let's see.